They'll be all right.
Welcome to the HR Happy Hour work break. You are live here with Trish and Steve. Hey, Steve Bose.
Hey, Trish McFarland. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm in really poor lighting. I'm wearing gray. My hair is darker.
I'm wearing gray too. That's funny. Yeah, and I'm not happy with the lighting here either. And I ignored it pre-show, Trish. I don't know if you heard it. Someone did ring my doorbell, but I decided not to be bothered. So
can we just tell everyone? I want you to right now. You're on live TV.
Hopefully they won't come back during the show.
I want you to look on your porch, see what it was. Maybe they dropped something off. Maybe
you want me to leave this live broadcast and go check.
Leave the live broadcast for 2 seconds. Run quick.
All right.
Who it is? I want to see who was at the door. So I don't know. While he's gone, what do we think it is? Do we think someone was out to get him? Do we think it was a delivery? It's probably a delivery, right? Amazon, something like that. I don't know. I'm hoping it's like a surprise package or something. We can do an unboxing live for us. I'm so
okay. This is exceedingly uninteresting. I'm glad I didn't answer the door. The census person was here.
Now, you know what? The census is so valuable because that is how, Steve, that they get information to put tax money towards roads, right? Or votes in the election.
I'm aware of the census, yes.
Yeah. We could have interviewed a census worker live on the show.
No, that's not.
None of that.
Okay. So less exciting. No, President, I did the unboxing the other day of stuff that showed up, but got a few more things on order.
I have a surprise guest for you.
What? Okay.
I do, because you've been dying to talk about sports. I know this because it's you. You always wear sports things, right? I'm no good at talking about sports. I talk a little bit about sports, but I have a special guest here, so I'm going to actually step out of the frame. We're going to let Jack McFarland step in.
All right.
Enjoy the conversation. Here he is.
This is like a true talk show with guests coming in and out.
Yeah. What's going
Jack,
on?
How are you, brother? Good to see you.
Yeah.
You look ready for a march in the desert with that hat on, I think.
Yeah, my fishing hat. I'm planning on fishing a little bit.
That's the Panthers, right? It's hard to tell the top of it from here. Yeah, Carolina Panthers, hometown team.
Oh, yeah.
We were lucky enough to get to that game last year when it was when you could still go to a game with 70,000 people in the stands, right?
That was a great game.
Yeah.
Even though they did not win.
I know. They had a rough season. Fired the coach. Got rid of Cam Newton, right? Star quarterback gone.
Then they got rid of him.
Yeah.
A Patriot.
So were you a Panther guy or a Cam Newton guy?
Well, I started off as a Cam Newton guy, but now I'm just a Panthers guy. So.
All right.
Rocking with Teddy Bridgewater all the way.
Right. I'm not up on what's going on down here in terms of have they announced, will they let fans into the stadium here in Charlotte? I know some of the stadiums will. I don't know if they are down here yet. I haven't heard. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you following? Yeah. So are you following the NBA at all?
Yes, and I just saw that they're going to start back up on Saturday, I think, is when they're going to do them.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Get some more games in.
It'll be good to have the games back. It's good what those guys are trying to do, the statements they're trying to make and standing up for racial justice. And it's awful. And at the same time, it's kind of inspirational to see what those guys are doing. And also tough. Can you believe how tough it must be just going through being in that bubble, being in a hotel room for months and months on end?
That's I read a thing that Paul George was talking about, and that's why he was playing so bad because he said it was just so tough being there by himself, pretty much him and his team, and it takes a toll on you. Yeah,
and I think it's a good kind of story as well to think about, whether it's a team or just a group of friends or a workplace, right? This is sometimes a show where we talk a little bit about work. Is you kind of have to look out for each other in situations like that. And I'm sure he's got friends on that team, but I'll bet there are guys on that team who didn't even really know how much he was struggling in his head, right? Until he talked about it. So it's definitely important to kind of just keep your eye out for each other, and when times are tough, like what's going on with those guys. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you had we talked about this on the show. Your mom brought it up a few weeks ago. Your football season is on hold, right? Your high school season.
They moved almost every sport back. So instead of doing football in the fall and baseball in the spring, we are doing football in the spring with a short season, and baseball in the summer with a short season.
Right. So they're going to try to squeeze it in. Yeah. And school is just virtual, or is it?
Yeah, we are 100% virtual. So they post all the assignments for the day at around 8:00 in the morning. And then you have until the following day at 3 p.m. You have to get those assignments in.
Okay.
Unless they say otherwise.
Yeah.
And then for every class, you have to check in. So like attendance. And you have until 11:59 every day to do that.
Like PM or before noon?
PM.
So you just got to check in and to make sure you got the reading, got the assignment kind of thing? Okay. Man. So they're keeping an eye on you. That's good, I guess. Yeah. But how is it like, how are kids dealing with kind of just not being around your friends, your buddies, your teams? Just how's that working out for just in general, would you say?
It's definitely different because usually at around this time of year, I'm hanging out with a ton of people every day.
Yeah.
But we have group chats on like Snapchat and we all text each other. So we're all still in touch.
Right.
It's definitely different not being able to like physically hang out with everyone. And you all kind of have to do your own workouts at home. So sometimes it's tough to get motivated. But you just got to think of the bigger picture and then get out there and do the work. So,
yeah, that's it, man. And, I don't want to embarrass you, Jack, in front of thousands of people, but, I'm a bit of a sportsman, as we know. I'm a bit of a basketball player, as you are, and as our mutual friend Nick is. And I just want to state for the record, for everyone's knowledge, that the last competitive game of basketball that I was involved involved you and Nick, folks quite a bit younger than me and in much better shape. And Jack, I'd like for you to report to our audience who emerged victorious in that last competitive game we all played.
In the last competitive game we played, the winner was Steve Bowes.
There you go.
But I would like to say in the 6 or so games before that, I won every single one. So
that's one version of the events, and we'll just leave it at that. And I think that's probably a fair representation of my competitive ballots that I have with you guys. But it's super fun to play. I have a friend who's about my age, and I was talking to him the other day, and he told me he was playing pickup, right? And he blew out his Achilles, just blew it out, and he had to have surgery, like a full-on ruptured Achilles, out of sports for like a year. And that's what I worry about now, like at my age, especially like when we're playing in those games and going at it pretty good. And I think you guys are taking it a little easy on me, but the back of my mind is always, don't blow out an Achilles, don't blow out an Achilles. Because I feel like it's coming. I sense it's coming.
Yeah, that's always a big fear of mine when I'm playing any sport is just don't get injured no matter what you do.
Yeah, that's actually what I think about all the time. Don't get injured. So let's go look forward, man. So football, baseball. If you're going to play in college, where are you going for? What's going to be your ticket?
If I had to pick any school in the world, I would play football for the Ohio State University.
Oh, Buckeyes.
Better than Clemson.
Yes, Jack, I'm going to tell you something. If you go to Clemson, we're done. We're done. I'll wish you well. But we're done. No. So just for the record.
I'm not going to Clemson. I don't care what the AP poll says. Ohio State is definitely better than Clemson. We are going to have the Heisman winner, Justin Fields. Definitely.
Right. So we don't know if they're going to play, though. The Big Ten is kind of in this weird space of we're not going to play. Maybe we'll play later in the year, right?
I think they've said they're definitely not playing in the fall, and they're leaning towards playing in like the spring.
Yeah. Yeah, it's well, we could do another 20 minutes just on college football and kind of what a weird set of circumstances there are. Because down here in the South, right, the Southern schools, the Southern conferences, they're at least right now intending to play, and it's going to be really, really tough. I was just reading a piece today online that my school, my alma mater, University of South Carolina, is considering shutting down the college right now because of huge spike in COVID cases, amongst like just going around the whole student body. North Carolina, Chapel Hill shut down, and I think NC State has as well for the same reasons, and probably a bunch of other colleges around the country too. So it's going to be super tough for any of those schools to pull this off, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah. Well, good stuff, man. Really good to see you. I'm glad you're keeping active, keeping at it, checking in online, getting it done, putting in the work. All right. I love it.
Just getting ready for our next basketball game. Got to get my revenge.
You need. In fact, I'm going to get out there this weekend and get some shots up myself. So awesome to see you, man. All right, so have fun. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks everybody for letting us talk sports. We turned the work break into the sports break, which I love. And Trisha and I'll be back next week. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you next time.
All right, bye, everybody.